5 life-changing benefits of semen retention. Many of you may have heard of the practice called semen retention. It is a very powerful practice for men that can lead to so many different benefits. And today I want to go over 5 that I really enjoy and I've seen in my own life, and other people have also said they've seen in their lives when they have started and actually practiced this over a period of time. So that's coming up next. Hi there, my name is Dave, and this is HeartSpace if you're new to the channel, where we are creating videos almost every single day from my heart to yours to help you in your way, whether that's you want something like the benefits of semen retention so you can be healthier in certain ways, whether it's you want to tap more into your purpose, whatever it is, live in a more fulfilled way, hit that subscribe button and bell icon so you don't miss any of the videos that we release. Now today, obviously, we are talking about semen retention, and I want to go over 5 life-changing benefits I have noticed and many other people have. Now, there are actually way more benefits to semen retention outside of just these 5. But if these 5 aren't enough to get you excited about it, then I don't know what will. So let's get into the very first one, going in reverse order. Actually, before we get into number 5, really quick, I just want to mention that my free training course, free video course is live, and you can get it down below by going in the description, clicking the link. It's called A Day Well Lived. It was originally going to be a paid course, but I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. So if you want to get on the inside of that, just click on the link down below in the description. I'll also have it in the comments, in the pinned comments. Anyway, let's get into the very first one, going in reverse order, starting with number 5. So we are going to start with one you've probably heard before, but it's the endless amount of energy you're going to gain when you practice semen retention. And this is something I've definitely experienced in my life. I definitely had a problem with masturbation, porn, and things of this nature. Many years ago and for a very long time, and something that I definitely noticed the difference between when I was not viewing those things, when I was not masturbating versus when I was the difference in energy levels. And sometimes when you're immersed in that world or when you're addicted to these things, you don't actually recognize how much of an energy drain it is. But when you stop and you start disciplining yourself to, one, not look at that kind of stuff anymore, to obviously not beat your meat, all those kind of things, you start to really notice the energy difference when you stop releasing your semen all of the time. And it's something that I've noticed massively. I used to take so many different naps during the day, and there might have been other reasons for that as well, but a lot of it was down to this. I used to feel like crap and drained every time I would do the deed, which would be masturbation. But now, because I don't really do those things anymore, I have so much energy that I can put into so many different things. And so if you're someone who feels like you just don't have energy all the time, especially if you're young and you don't have energy all the time, but of course this will work for people who are older as well, this is something definitely to try, and you can start noticing it in as little as a week if you abstain from looking at anything that is going to cause your dopamine to go crazy, which means things like porn, things like looking at butts on Instagram or whatever else, anything really like that. Try for a week of just doing that, not releasing, trying to quell your sexual thoughts, and see how you feel from an energetic standpoint, using that energy you have into different things, which we'll get into in this video. But that's the first thing you may start noticing when you start doing this. Something I definitely noticed, and so many other people attest to this, that they have so much more energy when practicing semen retention. And you really start to notice a difference when you start doing this in your energy. Number 4 is mental clarity, and this goes hand in hand with energy, but when you don't have that much energy, you don't have that much to allocate towards mental clarity. A lot of times you'll just be cloudy when it comes to your thoughts, your mind. You might not be able to think too long about certain things. You may want to not think about anything or not be able to control the thoughts that are coming in, which can be detrimental for many different reasons. You might be a slave to your thoughts, for example, or just be easily hooked into someone else's agenda or whatever else. And this is huge, especially if you're releasing all the time, especially if you're fapping all the time, all of these different things. You've probably noticed a cloudiness up here in your mind, in your brain. And when you start semen retention, you start actually being consistent with it, you will notice that you have far more mental clarity. For myself, I feel so much more inspiration coming in, so many thoughts that are productive and help me in my business, help me in my personal life, help me in all different areas of my life But when I look back to years ago when I was viewing, videos I shouldn't have been viewing, when I was beating my meat all the time, when I was doing things of that nature, always thinking about sex, and not really transmuting that energy into something productive, I had brain fog all of the time. And so semen retention is something that can really fix this for you, that can really help you gain that mental clarity that's going to help you in so many different areas of your life. Energy is one of those things that a lot of people take for granted and don't realize the impact it can have on their life when they have energy versus when they don't. And it's the same with mental clarity. You will be amazed at the difference in your life in general and in many different areas when you just have mental clarity versus when you do not. It can make a world of difference. It can literally change your life, as the title of this video suggests. And so that is the next benefit that can come about when you consistently do this. And again, if you're not already excited about those first two, especially if you have been lacking energy, if you've been lacking mental clarity, then I don't know what else is going to get you excited, but stick around because we have 3 more to get through. Number 3 is one that you may have heard as well, but I don't always hear this one talked about. And this one is massive. And it's you will gain more self-respect and confidence. And this is massive because a lot of times when we're going about just fapping all the time, or we're releasing all the time, or we're watching things that we know deep down our souls do not want us to watch, we know deep down it isn't good for us, that it's essentially mental junk food, dopamine junk food in a sense. When we're doing that, we start losing respect for ourselves. We start losing confidence in ourselves that we can't resist these temptations we know are ultimately not good for us and are only giving us some instant gratification instead of actually helping us do whatever it is we want to do in life. And one of the things I noticed when, again, I stopped doing this and when I started doing practicing semen retention is I had so much more respect for myself. I had respect for myself because I was able to discipline myself to not do this thing that so many people fall victim to. I had so much more confidence in myself because I wasn't doing these things that I knew was against who I wanted to be. Now, one thing you do want to do is remove the guilt from the process if you can. So I'm not saying if you relapse or you're struggling a little bit that you should feel guilty, because guilt is only going to keep you in place. Shame and guilt are emotions that don't really benefit you. They will keep you in place. Now, you can get angry about something, you can get frustrated and use that emotion to supercharge yourself out of certain lower emotions like shame and guilt, or maybe you're struggling. If you get angry and actually utilize that energy to higher and higher energies, it can actually be productive. But shame and guilt, they are not. There's so many studies that prove these are not productive emotions. So don't think you need to feel shame or guilt if you are falling for this, or if you are losing self-respect. But all I'm saying is one thing you will gain by practicing this, by committing to this. Maybe you relapse a few times, but you get right back on the horse and you keep going again and again and again, and you're resilient. You keep going and you keep doing your best. You will gain so much confidence. You will gain respect for yourself. And there's no better respect in the world than self-respect. You can't actually, in my eyes, ask anyone else to respect you or to give you respect if you can't give it to yourself. And I think that's for anything, really, with love, with confidence, with happiness. If you can't give those things to yourself, you can't expect anyone else to follow suit. And so having self-respect, having self-confidence is massive, and semen retention, practicing this, will absolutely help you develop more of it. So we're on to number 2, and we're going to get into some of the health benefits now. And semen retention has been shown to, 1, boost your immune system, to make your body more resilient, to have a better immune system response. And it also is something that can help improve your sleep. And those are 2 things a lot of people have trouble with. Their immune system being a little weaker than it probably should be, and also not being able to sleep at night, struggling to sleep, going to bed too late, struggling to actually fall asleep and get up at a good time. And especially if you're a mission-driven person, you want to achieve certain things, you want to grow in certain ways, you really need to be getting a good amount of sleep. You really need to have an immune system that supports you and allows you to keep your energy up, allows you not to be sick all the time. And semen retention is something that can help you do that. You see, when you're not releasing this vital energy all the time, it can be used towards other things. It can be used to strengthen your body. It can be used to heal. If you think about it, semen is one of the most precious resources your body produces, but it also takes a lot of energy for it to produce. This is why if you're releasing all the time, you're so drained when it comes to your energy, because what ends up happening is your body will prioritize creating more semen, refilling your stores, so to speak, over everything else, because we have a biological imperative to procreate. And so if you drain your reserves, your body's like, okay, most important thing, we need to refill these reserves so that we're ready just in case an opportunity to procreate presents itself. And that's why you feel so drained, because your body gives so much resources towards that. However, if you're not releasing all the time, what will end up happening is your body is still going to be continuing to produce more and more, and so the excess will be filtered back into your body. That energy, that vital energy, that energy that can literally help co-create life, will be recycled back into your body for other things, which includes boosting your immune system, helping you to heal, to strengthen, among other things. And this also includes helping you sleep better. A lot of people will watch things that they shouldn't be watching, for example, at night on a screen, or beating their meat on a screen, or not on a screen, but beating their meat on a screen, but beating their meat at night. And that also affects sleep. When you're not doing that, it will absolutely help your sleep. So if you have trouble sleeping and you're doing this, I really highly recommend you start your semen retention journey. And if you feel like you're getting sick all the time, give it a try. So many people have attested again to it improving their sleep and helping them not be as sick. And just keep this in mind, guys. If you beat your meat, you're going to have trouble when it comes to your sleep. There you go. There's a nice little thing you can repeat in your head. And number one is you will be more willing to take good risks that will help you on your journey. You will be more mission oriented, and you will achieve more of your goals. I mean, it just goes without saying that when you're not wasting your time on these things that biologically hook us into them, when you can refrain from those and transmute that sexual energy that you have towards your mission, towards your journey, towards the goals, the things that actually will make you feel fulfilled, it can be truly, truly magical. I think this is kind of it coming full circle. It really helping you in a massive way. All the other stuff is amazing and will happen, but one of the most important things or precious things that I find from practicing this is just how much more mission driven I am, how much more time I see and energy I have towards my mission, creating these videos, doing the things that I'm doing, working out, because as a part of my mission, it's to be healthy, it's to be strong, it's to do different things of that nature. And so it has allowed me to start achieving more and more of my goals. It has allowed me to develop and helped me develop the discipline needed to achieve those goals. If you can refrain from releasing all of the time, from beating your meat, from fapping, from looking at things that, get your dopamine going crazy, that develops an amazing level of discipline that you can then apply into other areas of your life. You can use that energy towards your goals, again, your mission, your journey, whatever it may be. You can transmute this extra energy you have towards those things. Books like Think and Grow Rich talk about this idea of sexual transmutation, and it's a very real thing that a lot of successful people who are achieving their goals or have achieved their goals or who are doing amazing things towards their mission, changing the world, whatever it is, or just living in the way they want to live, a lot of them have learned how to transmute sexual energy, and semen retention will teach you, show you how to do that more and more. All right, guys, so those are 5 benefits of semen retention that can be life-changing, can change your life. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know how you've gotten on with semen retention. And if you haven't started yet, let me know if you're going to start. I would love to have you down there in the comments, and you can even update us in the comments as time moves along. And again, any of you who have gone on your own semen retention journey, currently on one, let us know the benefits you've seen to encourage others who are in that section. Once again, get my course, A Day Well Lived. That is going to be for free for a limited time. It's in the description, also in the comments. And guys, I was about to say especially if you're men, but semen retention is only for men, really, hence the name. But I really recommend this too every single man out there. I think it's a hugely beneficial thing. I think when you control your sexual energy, you know, so many possibilities open up for you. So if this resonates with you, if this is something you feel can help you, I really encourage you to start your journey in this area. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I love you, and I will see you in the next video.